Greetings and welcome to your Mindfulness Mastery podcast. I am your host and trusted guide, Tawnya Love. I am an intuitive, shamanic, angelic wayshower, healer, light worker, and author. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this podcast. To schedule any one-on-one sessions or group healing events, you can visit and book your sessions on my divinely inspired website at mindfulnessmastery888.com. Thank you so much for your presence and for your support. Now sit back, relax, and open yourself to receive. All right, everyone, welcome back to Mindfulness Mastery 888, the real, raw, and truthful. I am Tawnya Love. I am here with my co-host, Cindy Campbell.
Welcome back, everyone.
So we are doing a segment on manifesting magic and miracles and what that means. And our last episode, if you were listening, we kind of left off on talking about what we do if we feel someone, maybe it's a friend, a family member, is in a frequency where they might be bringing glitchy energy, or they might be trying to grab onto our energy in some way. They want us to be kind of where they're used to us being, as opposed to expressing gratitude and joy for where we're choosing to ascend to. And this is a very natural and common thing that happens to anyone and every one of us on our journey of ascension.
Yeah.
We're all going to be evolving beyond people and situations
Yes.
in our journey.
Yes. So I have been talking about how to, like, that I felt like I needed to be energetically cutting cords maybe multiple times throughout the day. And that we also have the option of having conversations with those people.
Yes.
What would be, I always feel like examples are really helpful. Like, what could I say? Like, if I had like a parent who is doing that energetic pull, or a friend who is doing that energetic pull, but sometimes they're not saying anything to me. Sometimes they are like
you just kind of feel it.
Yeah, I feel it. Or they're like, oh, is everything okay? Are you doing okay?
And what did you tell me in the forest they said specifically?
Oh, we're afraid. Oh God, what was it?
Like, basically you were like, they're afraid and they're worried about you.
Yeah. Oh, we're really worried about you.
We're really worried about you.
Really worried about you.
So what Spirit brought through me when we were talking about that very quickly was something that we can say immediately if someone's like, oh, I'm really worried about you. Now, some people think by saying I'm really worried about you, that is a way of expressing care. So in their belief system, they may feel like, I'm just letting you know I care about you.
Yeah.
Now, there's ways to say, I care about you, and keep it very neutral and clean. And then there's, I'm worried about you. We're really worried about you. Could be their version of we care, but the heaviness of that, there's like a loadedness of that comment. What I said to Cindy is that if someone says something like that to me, I would immediately say to them, okay, please don't worry about me. Please don't use your imagination in that way, because the best thing you could do for me would be to see me thriving, to see me successful, to see me winning at life. If you want to use your imagination in a powerful way as a conscious creator, I totally welcome you seeing me doing amazing. Because then not only are you doing that, you're inviting others to join you in that frequency, and they're seeing you doing amazing.
Yeah. What
people don't understand is that when they're seeing something negative from their fears, it's their fears. They project and send that, and then you feel that in your energy field, like, oh, what is this? It's like something's clinging, like you have cobwebs hooked to your energy and they're pulling on you back.
Yeah.
And almost like the wording of it can even make some part of you, if you're not super aware and plugged in, doubt in yourself.
Oh, yes.
Doubt in your abilities, doubt in your
decisions,
in your mastery and your wisdom to choose what you chose and what you are choosing. Correct?
Correct.
So a really swift thing is to put it back on them and not react and not tell them what to do. excuse me, I have hiccups for some reason. We had a yummy little feast of like Mediterranean platter and I'm feeling it. But energetically, just to let mom, friend, whatever know, hey, thank you for your concerns, but I really like appreciate if you're going to use your imagination about my life, I really would love it if you could focus on me doing great. That really helps me more than you know. And energetically, we're kind of helping people realize that they have a power of being a conscious creator. Also, sometimes like with something with a family member or like a friend, because we were kind of talking about that in the forest too. If we have people that love us, care about us, and we feel like they're bringing a heaviness and they're doing that a lot, how do we have boundaries with those people? And if it's somebody that we've known for like 10 years and we've never had a boundary, it could be confronting to them when you start to choose boundaries.
Yeah.
But that's really theirs to deal with. That's their work. If they're triggered, that's their work.
Yep.
Your task is to be authentic and truthful and clear. And if you realize something just feels like it's pulling on you and it feels like distracting to you, so let's say someone makes a comment and it doesn't feel nice. Like I was saying to Cindy, you don't have to attack them or judge them as a person, but you could say something like, did you intend for that comment to sound so rude? Or did you intend for that comment to feel really loaded? And then it puts it right back on the person to fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're calling out a behavior. You're not like, you're such a bitch. Why do you have to say it like that? You know how it can get real personal fast?
Yes.
So it's more like, did you intend for it to sound that way? It's just something that, we have to get comfortable with if we want to love ourselves and evolve in a healthy direction. We have to assert these boundaries when they're needed. And if we're not used to that with someone, I think it's sometimes the people that we say are our best friends, or we say, like our parents or our siblings, or people that we have a strong attachment to, but not always a strong connection with.
Yes.
So the attachment, that will start to reveal its own opportunities of ascension, because a heavy attachment is very different than deep soul connection.
Yeah.
Attachment, codependency can be very addictive and heavy and not joyous, not free.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And so if it's truly like someone who's your best friend in the higher realms of a best friend, it would be someone who cheers you on, who encourages you, who sees your light, who sees your potential, who helps and guides you to find your way, that knows you have it in you. That's truly someone who loves you and is a best friend. But sometimes and I'm not saying anything about your personal best friends, but sometimes I've had a lot of clients come talking about their so-called best friend or their lover or partner, and man, doesn't sound like they even like that person, let alone they're the best. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes. And that would be something Spirit would point out, like there's a heavy attachment here.
Yeah.
And there's a heavy codependency here, but kind of missing love and freedom and honor. Yeah. You see the difference?
Yes.
Anything you want to say connected to that?
No, just that I wish you all love if you figured that out.
Yeah.
Like if that happens, because I'm starting to see some of that in my friendships or relationships. Yeah, for sure.
Well, and someone like you that's lived in a place your whole life, right?
Pretty much. Yep.
And I mean, you've gone here and there, but you've pretty much lived there.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of comfortably uncomfortable and what once was called normalcy.
Right.
But as you're evolving and you're ascending, those who are really meant to be with you on that journey will evolve and ascend with you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you can't talk to your relatives. I want to be so clear. Like, we're not saying like you just like, fuck you all. And then you never
drop them like a bad habit.
Yeah, and you just never talking to them again. But however, the reason we say this is because it might come to a place where you have, as you're ascending and you're coming into your power and your self-awareness and you are understanding the importance of healthy boundaries and you are asserting that power and you are standing on business, you might observe that some humans don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
They will suddenly see you're a problem. Oh, who does she think she is? There might be different perspectives, and that is them. That's their creation. Nothing to do with you.
Yep.
And you will learn quickly who your people are.
Yes.
And sometimes there might be people that once were really close in there that suddenly just aren't. And it's something just to be, I feel like the reason Spirit's saying that is just for us to be mindful that there can be changes and transformation. And think of it this way, like, when we think of vibrational match, if you're here and you're pissed off, you're miserable, you're kind of going to attract pissed off, miserable people. And that might be people that you had around you for a while. And then you suddenly realize this is a sickness. I don't want to be pissed off and miserable anymore. So one of the group starts to wake up and go, wait a minute. I think there must be a different way than pissed off and miserable, right? So it starts to, please show me a higher way. And then it pulls into the self-help section at the bookstore, and it's booking sessions with Tawnya Love to do auric clearings.
Yeah.
And so that you, being that soul, pulled away from that frequency and you sought something higher because something in you knew, I want the medicine. This feels like poison. I want the medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there could be 20 of you that hung out and went to lunch and hung out and got happy hour for years.
Right.
That maybe 18 of them stay in miserable frequency because that's what they know. And 2 of you pull away.
Yeah.
But if you had one that pulls away that wants to stay connected with you, awesome. Just don't think you're messing up or doing something wrong if 18 of them just sit around and talk shit about you.
Right.
Because that's what they did all the time with everybody.
Yep.
So why would you be shocked that they're going to do it to you now because you decided to be healthy?
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm coming from?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's really important to see the difference between connection and attachment.
Yeah.
That's huge. Now, as far as like how we handle boundaries, this had come up when we were in the forest. I was saying to Cindy a lot of times, like when I was younger, being raised in abusive situations, and it was a far cry from boundaries and honor in my home.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go through things that you're taught, this is life, and life is dangerous, and love is scary, and families are abusive and toxic. There's so much that soul is learning from that experience, but at a deeper level of their soul's truth, they are being shown like, this is some crazy shit that these humans are creating, but my soul knows that this is not all that is. My soul knows that this is not what I deserve, right? So there's a journey from unplugging from that and coming to this place where you understand, I deserve love. And I always did. I deserve honor. I deserve peace. I deserve people who pour into me, who cheer me on, who want me to win, who love me, who aren't competitive, who aren't jealous, who aren't hoping I fall on my face and come crawling back and then join them in their prison. Because that's kind of where we came from. There's this energetic where we start to learn how important boundaries are. And we have to start to implement those boundaries, and we have to start putting them down.
Yeah.
And the people who truly love us and respect us they'll go along with it. They may feel shocked by it at first, but people who do really love you will be like, okay, got it. I got you. Like, I'm believing in you. I trust that you know what you're up to.
Yeah.
People who do not truly respect and love us will suddenly have a problem with us because we actually know ourselves and we know what's best for ourselves.
Yeah.
That's something to just be mindful of, the difference between an attachment and a connection. Clear?
Yep.
Okay. Anything you want to share in relation? Does that answer any of your questions about what to say to relatives or friends? Or do you want to share anything you're getting from your higher self on how you could handle that now?
I definitely feel like I'm going to be having some conversation.
We're bringing in light language. Exactly. And that is all we have to say. Tune in next week.
And that. I will definitely be having some conversations about, yes, I would like your support, and instead of your so-called worry, or and also I realized like part of having like that deeper connection is also on me as well. In the
Yeah.
past, I may not have been doing that and doing my part in that. And I think also in kind of my recent transition, into this phase of my life, I think I'm a little surprised about some of the people that aren't supporting me, but also a little surprised about some of the people who are. Like pleasantly surprised. So yeah.
Well, and I feel like if you stay really just present, it's all revealed.
Yeah.
And it can be like some like, wow, this one's really coming through for me.
Yeah.
And holy shit, that one's really just kind of dropping me like a bad habit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And just stay curious and present.
Yes.
But not attached.
Yeah.
There's a book called The Untethered Soul. That's a really great book. There's so many great spiritual books, but that book really talks about, the art of flowing, and kind of like the book I channeled, Universal Trust Fund Baby. We talk a lot about how do we move into the frequency of living in surrendered trust when for so long we've lived in fear and paranoia and control drama, right? Yeah. But it's the way we get there is we definitely have to realize the ways we've been doing it and what's not working, shadow work, and integrate all of that and call all of our power back so that we can use our wholeness as we choose ascension and moving in a direction that we actually are excited about, that we actually love.
Yeah.
It's something you'll feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything you want to say connected to that?
No, I'm feeling good.
Okay. There was something I was just getting coming in. Hold on. So when we were talking about, boundaries, and then we're talking about these pieces of like shadow work. All of that's when the last segment where we were discerning the difference between unconscious and conscious creation. So moving into manifesting magic and miracles, the realm of the miraculous is very normal to me now.
Yes.
The realm of the miraculous, to some that are new to my energy field, might seem like, holy shit, is that real? Is that possible? And so not so natural feeling to them.
Yeah.
But this is where that piece of becoming a vibrational match is so important. If you're spending time with someone in doom, gloom, gossip, bitch fest, and that's normalcy, then somebody that suddenly everything's works out for them and things are just amazing, and things, even though they don't always have it all perfect,
right?
But energetically, they're like, it's going to work out for me. This person's leaving, so be it. Better humans are coming. Better situations are coming. You start to have a clearer and more intentional like conversation with the universe. You become much more intentional, much more clear, much more purposeful, and your frequency becomes so important to you. You're not sabotaging for anybody. So somebody over here that was, let's say, I'll use my ex, who was an ex, and then we tried to be friends, meaning I was being a friend and they were trying to be a controlling, possessive person. And I stood on my boundaries and was like, no, I am only open to friendship. And right now you're not even doing that. So you need to let go of this possessive agenda. If you can't, then I am just going to keep being more and more distanced from you.
Yeah.
That can happen sometimes, where what once seemed like there was a connection is now feeling like it's just a heavy possessive attachment. And to a soul that's ascending, they will cut that cord quick. They will stand on business with their boundaries. And like a soul like mine will be like, it's fine. Whatever's meant to fall is falling. You get to this place of such neutrality that you celebrate every moment and know it's divine. Oh, some people are bringing some bullshit and they're about to leave my movie. Awesome. Okay, universe, clear it out. Oh, this person's being generous and kind and supportive and respectful. Okay, universe, bring it in. that's intentional. That's the realm of the magical.
Yes.
And it's not a magical by chance and just,
No.
you know, like some people are just born magical, or some people are just born with a silver spoon, or, oh, they just must be like a chosen or what. No, you've realized you are chosen because you're choosing yourself. You realize you're chosen because you're choosing to plug in with source. You're choosing to know that source, God, and the universe are and will always provide for you. And that source, God, and the universe are and will always clear what is not meant for you if you'll get out of the fucking way. Like, if you'll just stop clinging, the universe would be happy to purify your field. If you'll stop expecting the worst and sabotaging and getting in your own way, the universe would love to bring everything you asked for in. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So becoming that vibrational match, that becomes the new focal point. And that's kind of where I see you moving to.
Yep.
And it doesn't mean there might be, not 2 weeks from now, you might have some little shadow thing come up and you're like, okay, there's something that feels gross. I'm clearing that. Thank you, universe. I don't need that anymore. Here's where we're going. Here's the vibrational match. This is my intention. So things will come up, but they'll come up to be addressed, released, integrated, cleared. You'll know what to do. And then bam, where we go, and take me higher. And a soul like that, as that soul knows itself, it knows its power, it knows its worth, really hard to fucking manipulate, really hard to control.
Yeah.
So attachments will be revealed very quickly.
Okay.
Instead of connections, which will feel very different. Connections will feel uplifting, supportive, free, expansive.
Yes.
Attachments will feel controlling, like oppressive, heavy, exhausting, irritating. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And there's a difference. And so you could have your cousin that you've known your whole life, but if they're just a jealous little biatch and they're constantly competing with you and they're constantly trying to make you doubt yourself, like, if you have that attachment because you're like, you have a belief system, right? Deep down, like, oh, family comes first. We never leave family behind. Like, people can have these very strong belief systems.
Oh, yeah.
If those are your belief systems, you will have a journey that you are creating on when you're allowed to be free of that. And I'll tell you today, you're all allowed to be free right now. Like right now, you are free right now. But if your mind has a virus, a glitch,
Yep.
and you have a mental dis-ease about something, and you have a mental program or belief system, these situations will happen for you so that you'll see you have a belief system that is not serving your ascension. So irritations or things will happen to put it in your face. You can go, oh, goddamn, I must have a belief system that says a mom has to sacrifice everything for her children. What the fuck? Why would I ever sign up for that? And then we can sit there and go, wait a minute, I don't feel that way anymore. But they sure as fuck tried to program me into that. They sure did try to convince me that was true. Society, parents, church, whatever the people are, the noise, tried to convince me that this was the belief system and the program. And man, it felt irritating the whole time. But now that I'm really seeing, wait, why would I ever believe that? Oh my God, amazing moment, aha moment. Because you're now seeing you've held on to a program. Are you not enjoying it? Then throw it in the trash. I release that. Nope. Nobody gets to treat me like shit. Nobody. Game changer for that soul. Now children, friends, family, everyone comes with respect and they come correct, or the door is shut and access is denied. I think we're going to end on that. Access denied, bitch. And I believe we'll come back because I think there's a little bit more. So you guys take a moment to like, share, and follow, and send this to that friend that just doesn't want to get it because they need to hear it. And maybe not from you, but from someone neutral that isn't as threatening. Peace out. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today to our most recent podcast of Mindfulness Mastery 888, The Real, Raw, and Truthful. For those who would like to book any one-on-one sessions, you can contact me at mindfulnessmastery888.com. A gentle warning on working in higher realms of consciousness. As you are listening to our podcast, you may feel or experience tingles, dizziness, or tiredness. This is your body giving you guidance that it needs to relax. It's not a bad thing, but we do encourage you to honor your body and get yourself in a position where you can relax and receive these codes of consciousness. I thank you for taking a moment to subscribe, like, share, and follow, and come back and check out our newest content. Have a blessed and peaceful day.